left-wing Kingz. Listen, think, act, repeat. Donald Trump selected Kristi Noem as his choice for Secretary of Homeland Security. Noem, the governor of South Dakota, is known for her strong stance on border security and refusal to implement a statewide mask mandate during the COVID-19 pandemic. So, Ace, what impact will this have on immigration enforcement and border security?
Man, I thought Kristi Noem's ass went away after we found out she was shooting a damn dog.
She back.
Oh, God. She's a talked up Trump supporter that, sent the South Dakota National Guard to Texas, to Greg Abbott to protect the border that wasn't nothing down here happening, a grand gesture. First and foremost, why the fuck would a person from South Dakota know anything about it?
I'm glad you went there because that's what I was going to say. What border? What border does South Dakota share with anywhere? Now I can tell you this:
other than North fucking Dakota,
I've been to North Dakota. Yeah. Okay, and I actually was at a place that was 8 miles away from the Canadian border, and if you went to that border, there was a railroad thing that comes down and blocks the road. You drive up to it, you lift it up, you drive into Canada, you turn around, get out your car, put it back down, and you're in Canada. Well, nobody's standing there. Why is nobody? That would probably be a good place for her to start versus
maybe start at your border.
She can't even. There's 20% of her state that she can't even. She has no access to because the Indians, the Native Americans, have barred her from coming to their reservations.
Wow.
So yeah, I
tells you what kind of leader she is.
Yeah, I don't get it. And once again, if 9/11 came, those people came through the north border. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, they came through the Canadian border. You know what I'm saying? So why we decided to put her in charge of Homeland Security, I have no idea. They were, you remember the dog shooting incident came out when they were trying to see if she was going to be a vice president nomination. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of threw off of that railroad when she did that. So the scary part about it, not only is Homeland Security is she in charge of immigration, but she's in charge of the Coast Guard, and she's in charge of Secret Service,
terrorism.
Yeah. Once again, another non-qualified person that's a loyalist that you're putting there. So
a DEI hire.
Yeah. So you can have somebody and somebody loyal there, but also I think it's just smoke and mirrors, man. It's just to make it look like, hey, we're doing something. She's tough on immigration. She sent the National Guard down there to have a vacation in Texas because they didn't do shit because was no epidemic down here, nobody to chase off.
She's also a woman of a family woman of strong Christian values, who was involved in an extramarital affair with Corey Lewandowski. So she shares that with Donald Trump. So
a lot of the people who he's putting in his cabinet seem to have some sexual assault or allegations of sexual misconduct.
All of them got caught cases in one way or the other, man. They just
almost caught cases.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's the fucking Legion of Doom, man. I tell you, man,
that's part of the problem. No one gets convicted.
They putting together a whole array of villains. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, that one of the goals that what was it Steve Bannon was talking about was destroying the administrative state. Mm-hmm. That's literally what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
That is what they're doing. I mean, remember Trump's first presidency? He put the gentleman in charge of the post office.
Yeah.
Right.
I could get mail in 3 days. After his ass came in, damn mail take 3 weeks. Mails couldn't find mail. They taking apart the machines in the back, and he didn't improve anything. The mail system been broke ever since.
Yeah. No, it's definitely pointing to the goals of what Project 2025 said they're going to do. And once again, this is the time that this lame duck presidential period. This is when the damage is being done, man.
Yes.
And I know there's a lot of people asleep at the wheel, and when come January 20th turns around, they're going to be like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Well, part of my frustration is that, again, the Democrats, sometimes you got to meet people where they at.
Yeah.
And they're trying to be dignified and honorable and noble people. Like Biden invited Trump to the White House.
All that.
He didn't invite you.
No.
I'm like,
Yeah.
and then y'all sitting up in the picture smiling with him.
Yeah.
You should have punched him in his face.
Ain't no awards for that
And
shit,
I'm
man.
not advocating violence,
Yes, you
and
are,
I'm not
nigga.
saying that, but I'm saying, you could have at least slapped him in the face with the white glove.
Yeah, here's my deal
challenged
on
him
that
to
shit.
a duel or a race or something.
Here's my deal on that shit. Like, why you let that dude show up?
Thank you.
Like this nigga did a whole hissy fit back, when he lost the election to where, he wasn't going to concede.
Well, all of a sudden, this one was fair.
Yeah.
You ain't heard nothing about.
Yeah.
But the
How you
day
got
of the
the nerve?
election, he's saying they're cheating They're cheating here.
Yeah.
Now you ain't heard nothing.
Yeah. And how you gonna have the nerve to even show up and accept that shit after you went through all this shit? Like, oh, this election's good, nigga, but the last one wasn't though, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but let me tell you this, man. I think at the end of the day, man, he, like you said, he's trying to destroy democracy. He's putting all the people in place to do what he said he would do. He said he was. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Ain't none of these people that he's bringing in like mistakes.
No.
He said he's gonna stop DEI. He said he's gonna do all type of stuff, and he said he's gonna fuck with the justice system, and that's why he's bringing in Matt Gaetz. So let's talk about him next.